Hi everyone. I decided to do a quick video. Hopefully, I can keep it under a minute, just to explain the rest of that story. Um, it happened when I was 21. Was gay bashed in my old neighborhood of Walnut Park, Mark Twain Walnut Park neighborhood in St. Louis, Missouri. It was right after Aaliyah died. It was a couple of months after. It was actually, yeah, it was a couple of months after she died. And back then, I was doing drag. I used to do female impersonation. I had a drag name. I used to keep my face cleanly shaven. I barely had eyebrows. So I appeared to look more feminine. And I was a chubby boy. I was real chubby back then. So, chubbiness makes your face look more rounded. So they didn't know if I was a boy or a girl, but they knew I didn't have no titties. So they knew I was a boy, but I must have wanted to be a girl, how they think. And all I was doing, I remember I was getting my check cash, my W-2 or the taxes. It was around tax season or something happened. I had got a large amount of money and I was able to get more equipment and products, is like hair products and wigs and stuff like that around the neighborhood, so I can make myself look more professional when I'm on stage and I can be a female impersonator and be taken seriously. They saw all that. They basically watched me go into, it was and people who from St. Louis knows the check cashing place. We call it check cashing place. On Kings Highway and Page. You know that big old cash checking place, the Western Union and all that. I was over there. And I felt like somebody was watching me, but I didn't think nothing of it. There's a lot of people around, everybody looking around, And I kept feeling that, and I got on the bus, and there were these three dudes in the back, and I tried to avoid them because I felt something wasn't right with them. And they looked at me, and they were just staring at me. And I sat further up front. And when I got off the bus on Kings Highway in West Florissant, they approached me and surrounded me and told me that they don't like fags in their neighborhood because they bring AIDS to their women and children. So we don't accept y'all. We hate y'all, basically. And all I was doing was going over to see my mom. That's all I was doing, to go and check on my mom, because I went over to East St. Louis. I started living over in East St. Louis with my drag mother. And I just wanted to check on my mom and my family. And that happened. And a couple of weeks later, maybe about a month later, I was with my gay son, my drag son, my son that was in the life with me, and one of my drag queen friends, a female impersonator who's also really famous, and rest in peace, Diamond Dynasty. But her and her current boyfriend, who was my gay son, we were on the Metrolink downtown, coming from East St. Louis, going downtown, St. Louis. And I saw one of them on the train. I saw him. And my first thought was, I'm gonna get this mother effer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get him good. You know? Then the spiritual eye opened up. Young man, do you really want to have that blood guilt on your hands? Because my son he was packing all the time. He was carrying a pistol or something in his jeans, in his jean pocket. He would carry something, and he had a gun that night. And I said, no, I don't want that blood guilt. And I looked at that guy's whole aura, and he was already going through a lot, and I don't want to add to that. And I said, I'm gonna let that be. And then I waited till he got off the train, and then I turned to my son, my gay son, and I told him, that was one of the dudes that just got off the train. And he was so mad at me because he reached for his gun, but the doors closed, and I made sure of that before I said anything. He was like, Mama, I could have got that fool right now. We could have took care of this right now. I said, it's not worth it. So that was a life lesson that carried on throughout my life, even though I was going through that angry period. Even though I was going through that angry period. And I'm just so glad that God delivered me from that. And if anybody out there is having anger issues like I had, or similar to me, or it could be something totally different. You were molested as a child, and the person that molested you was in your family, and they're still around you. Let it go, please. I love you guys. And I'm sorry that this video was long, but I need to get this out. My spirit told me I need to get this out. It's gonna touch some people, and I wanna touch you. And I'm at the scenery for one of our scenes for the Urbans. So, stay tuned, guys. We're working.